These 7 powerhouse foods will blow it out of the water, especially after 50. 1. Chia seeds. These tiny powerhouses contain approximately 180 milligrams of calcium in just 2 tablespoons. That's more calcium per gram than milk, yet most people completely overlook them when thinking about bone health. Here's what makes chia seeds truly special for those of us over 50. They're not just calcium bombs, they're packed with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids that fight inflammation. And trust me, inflammation is a seriously underestimated factor that can accelerate bone loss and joint pain as we age. I remember when I first started adding chia to my diet. I was skeptical. How could something so small make a difference? Within weeks, I noticed less stiffness in my joints upon waking. Was it calcium? The omega-3s? Probably both working together? The beauty of chia seeds is how effortlessly they blend into your existing routine. 2. Collard greens. When we talk about calcium-rich foods for stronger bones after 50, collard greens deserve a spotlight moment. These dark leafy greens deliver around 270 milligrams of calcium per cooked cup, significantly more than the 240 milligrams found in a glass of milk. But here's what makes collard greens particularly special for those of us concerned about bone health. Unlike spinach, which contains compounds called oxalates that can inhibit calcium absorption, collard greens have naturally low oxalate content. This means the calcium in collards is highly bioavailable. Your body can actually absorb and use it efficiently to rebuild and maintain stronger bones. Let me share something personal. I used to think all greens were created equal, but after learning about the superior calcium absorption from collards, they've become my go-to green at least twice a week. My joints actually feel more flexible when I'm consistent with them. Collard greens also deliver an impressive dose of vitamin K. 3. Tofu. Tofu might not be the first food that comes to mind when thinking about calcium sources, but it absolutely should be. A half cup of calcium-set tofu can provide between 250 to 800 milligrams of calcium per serving, potentially double or even triple what you'd get from a glass of milk. The calcium content in tofu depends on how it's made. Look for tofu processed with calcium sulfate. Check the ingredient list, which results in higher calcium levels. 1 cup of firm tofu provides approximately 506 milligrams of calcium. That's 39% of your daily needs in one serving. I've noticed something fascinating in my own health journey. When I started replacing some meat meals with tofu, not only did my calcium intake improve, but my cholesterol numbers got better too. It's a double win that many of my clients over 50 have also experienced. Beyond calcium, tofu contains compounds called isoflavones that may help reduce bone loss and potentially improve bone mineral density in older adults. 4. Sardines. When it comes to calcium powerhouses that outperform milk, sardines deserve special recognition. Just 3 ounces of canned sardines with bones provide approximately 325 milligrams of calcium, surpassing the calcium content in a glass of milk. In fact, some studies have shown that sardine bones can have calcium content as high as 32.73%. What makes sardines unique for those of us concerned about bone health after 50 is that they're one of the few animal proteins consumed with their bones, which are naturally rich in calcium and phosphorus. Because these tiny bones are softened during canning, they're completely edible and provide highly bioavailable calcium. I have a confession to make. I avoided sardines most of my life until my doctor expressed concern about my vitamin D levels and bone density. After adding them to my diet just twice weekly, my next blood work showed remarkable improvements, and I've noticed a significant boost in energy. Sardines offer a unique advantage. They're one of the rare food sources that provide both calcium and vitamin D naturally in one package. This nutrient pairing is critical for those of us over 50 because vitamin D ensures that calcium actually gets transported into your bones rather than circulating in your bloodstream where it can cause other problems. 5. Almonds. Almonds might surprise you when it comes to calcium content. 1 cup of whole almonds contains around 385 milligrams of calcium, exceeding what you'd find in a glass of milk. Now, while you probably won't eat a full cup in one sitting, even a modest serving of about 23 almonds provides nearly 75 milligrams of calcium, making them an excellent snack for supporting bone health throughout all stages of life. What I find particularly valuable about almonds for those of us over 50 is their unique nutrient profile. Beyond calcium, they're rich in magnesium, a critical mineral that activates vitamin D and enhances calcium absorption into your bones. Without adequate magnesium, calcium may struggle to reach its primary destination, your skeleton. I've made it a personal habit to keep small containers of almonds in my car, desk drawer, and kitchen. Having them readily available means I actually eat them regularly. Within months of this simple habit, I noticed my persistent afternoon energy crashes had virtually disappeared, likely due to the stabilizing effect of their protein, fiber, and healthy fats. 6. White beans. White beans might seem unassuming, but these nutritional powerhouses pack a serious calcium punch. 1 cup of cooked white beans provides approximately 161 milligrams of calcium, comparable to or exceeding what you'd get in a glass of milk, while offering additional beneficial nutrients that support bone strength and overall health. What makes white beans particularly valuable for those of us focusing on stronger bones after 50 is their alkalizing effect on the body. Let me explain why this matters. As we age, especially with diets high in animal protein or processed foods, our bodies can become more acidic. In response, calcium gets pulled from our bones to neutralize this acid, slowly weakening our skeletal structure over time. I've incorporated white beans into my diet 3 times weekly after learning about their bone protective properties, and I've noticed significant improvements in my digestive health, which somewhat surprisingly directly impacts how well I absorb calcium and other minerals essential for bone development. White beans also provide a substantial amount of plant-based protein, which helps preserve lean muscle mass. Maintaining muscle mass is crucial for stability, balance, and preventing falls, all vital factors for those of us who want to maintain mobility and independence as we age. 7. Figs. For those with a sweet tooth looking to boost bone health, dried figs offer a naturally sweet source of calcium that surpasses milk. 5 medium-sized dried figs provide around 120 milligrams of calcium, and 1 cup of dried, uncooked figs contains approximately 300 milligrams, making them an unexpectedly valuable calcium source. What makes figs particularly beneficial for those of us concerned about bone health after 50 is their unique combination of minerals. Beyond calcium, they're rich in magnesium, potassium, and trace amounts of vitamin K, all of which play crucial roles in maintaining bone mineral density. I discovered the bone-building power of figs quite by accident. Looking for healthier alternatives to satisfy my sweet cravings, I started keeping dried figs in my desk drawer. Not only did they satisfy my sweet tooth, but after several months, my routine bone density check showed unexpected improvements. My doctor was as surprised as I was. Potassium plays a key role in reducing calcium loss through urine, a common concern for older adults. By enhancing calcium retention within the body, potassium helps ensure your bones maintain their strength over time. Unlike processed sweets that can contribute to inflammation and bone loss, figs offer natural sugars along with fiber, antioxidants, and polyphenols that help combat oxidative stress, a major contributor to age-related bone degeneration. Milk isn't the only source of calcium. Foods like chia seeds, collard greens, tofu, sardines, almonds, white beans, and figs offer powerful bone benefits. After 50, strong bones mean freedom and vitality. Start small, be consistent, and enjoy these superfoods to support lifelong strength, balance, and independence. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more such content.